So, folks, here's a peach of a comment from a guy named Donald. Boy, that tracks, huh? Big D Donald took issue with a video I made about Elon Musk and how over 300,000 people, including 200,000 children, have died due to the cuts Elon made to U.S. aid. Well, this smug little hobgoblin of a man says that's bullshit. Nobody has died. U.S. aid is getting cleaned up. Nobody legit has lost anything. Phew, that is impressive, Donald. You have managed to stuff a whole marching band full of ignorance into one hateful little turd. But let's be clear. This comment isn't just ignorant. It's a synopsis of your entire psychological profile. How generous of you to share, Donster. Well, first, it takes a very particular kind of narcissistic insulation to look at the deaths of hundreds of thousands of people and decide they just don't count, that they weren't legit. It indicates Big D has probably never missed a meal. He's probably never watched his kid get life-threateningly ill from something as curable as diarrhea. But I'd venture a guess he blames migrants for the fact that he can't upgrade his shitty old lazy boy and flat-screen TV. I also have to assume Donald doesn't have much imagination, and he probably thinks thinking is tiring. Well, so it makes sense if the 300,000 people who died were from Africa or Yemen or Bangladesh. They were just too far away for Big D's little brain to comprehend. If it doesn't happen in Big D's 3-mile comfort radius, it might as well be a lie. Well, here's what's real, Donnie. Over 80% of U.S. aid programs were defunded. Clinics were shut down. Food shipments were halted. Specialized nutrition packets are currently spoiling in warehouses instead of saving lives for literally pennies a day. Malaria meds, HIV treatment, clean water initiatives, gone. U.S. aid cuts under Musk's influence have killed the equivalent of the entire population of Raleigh, North Carolina. That's not a conspiracy. That's documented. Public, searchable. You could have found that with half the effort you used to spit out that comment. But you didn't look, because looking would mean one of two things. You'd have to admit your titillating hood ornament newscasters are lying to you, or you'd have to feel something. And therein lies the rub, Hundy. You don't want to break the spell with the cult cabal, and you don't want to deal with your broken parts. The cult cabal tells you those people aren't legit, and you think, oh goody, if I say it too, then I'm on the legit side. Maybe I'll finally belong somewhere. Maybe I won't feel so alone. Maybe I'll be protected from harm. And when you've internalized the idea that only certain lives matter, only the ones that please you, you're essentially playing the role of the rejecting parent who messed you up. And this time, you get to do the rejecting. You get to inflict the kind of pain you've been carrying around your whole life. Either way, the narrative that plays out is all about you, Donorama. It's all about your psychological weaknesses and your subconscious trying to gain control over stuff that triggers you to feel sad, mad, and bad inside. So when you see a lady saying the opposite of what your MAGA buddy Marvin told you, your Google finger goes limp and your armor against empathy goes up. Maybe because mom let you down. You never got what you needed when you were a little boy, and you never dealt with your big feelings then. So now it's really easy to put on the dastardly Donald persona and delegitimize humans who don't look like you, believe what you believe, or serve your worldview. We've seen this before. This is how mass atrocities have happened throughout history, with everyday Donald saying things like, well, they're not really people. Well, they weren't really innocent. Well, they weren't really us. Nah, Don. I would venture a guess they were better. Because if they were so vulnerable that our cruelty could end their lives within months, they probably would never have the kind of assholery it takes to put their lives above others and to dismiss other human beings as not legit. Yeah. Well, Donald, won't you have the day you deserve?